Fred McGinnis once said, "There is no reason, there is no excuse. Child labor is child abuse." Throughout the 1800s, thousands of children suffered child labor in the United States. To be exact, during the rise of the Industrial Revolution, over 750,000 children experienced child labor. As a child, I of course folded the laundry and did the dishes, but my chores did not compare to the abuse these children faced. Therefore, it is of our importance to understand the difficulties these children faced each day in the hopes of abolishing the rising epidemic of child labor in other countries today. During the Industrial Revolution, factory owners needed a cheap way to run their businesses. They hired children to fulfill these positions. The youth could work long hours with little pay and little food. Steam engines, coal mines, and farms were filled with little children. In coal mines, children were sent into poorly ventilated mines to retrieve coal. They worked hours extracting loads of coal through very small pathways in the mines. Here's an image from Google to give you a visual of what the mines looked like. The children often developed lung disease and became ill with chemical poisoning due to the poor ventilation inside of the mines. The younger children often went to farms to work where they could find easier jobs. On the farms, the children were in charge of feeding the livestock, harvesting, and overall maintaining the farm. However, steam engines were the most dangerous places to be during the 1800s. Fingers were often severed by the machinery, and many children lost their lives inside the steam engines. As if the workplaces themselves weren't bad enough, the living conditions for these children were even worse. Today, most people typically eat 3 meals, get plenty of sleep, and have decent paying jobs. Children of the 1800s ate little food. Lunch consisted of small portions of meat, bread, cooked vegetables, and cheese. If they were lucky, dinner would be the same as lunch. That is, if there were any leftovers. Aside from the poor meals, children worked extremely long hours. The average day lasted from 4 in the morning until 5 o'clock in the evening or later. Almost after 14 hours of work, they were only paid around $1.40 a day. These conditions lasted for several years until child labor laws were finally passed. Unfortunately, countries all over the world today are still allowing child labor. These countries battle poverty and look to young children as an affordable escape. Nigeria, Pakistan, and China have some of the largest percentages of child laborers. Over half of their children, ages 5 to 17, suffer child labor. So the main question I'd like to ask is, how can we help these children? It is of our importance to understand the difficulties these children of the 1800s faced each day in the hopes of abolishing the rising epidemic of child labor in other countries today.